site. Also, I'll repeat that. If you have an umbrella, please move to an area where you are not restricting someone's vision. And also, staff, you can take your position. I will also say before we start, if there are any errors in the program, we apologize. We will correct those after the ceremony if you'd like to get another copy. Thank you. Welcome to the 2021 graduating ceremony. Faculty, if you would be seated. All right, graduates, you may be seated. Thank you, everyone. I am Dr. Brad Fought, Principal of the Academies of Jonesboro High School. First, a warm welcome to our JPS School Board, our hardworking superintendents, dedicated staff, friends, and families of JHS, but most of all today, our senior class of 2021. As a hurricane myself, I'm proud to say that this happens to be the first graduation on Cooksey Johns Field since 1991. That's 30 years. And when I look around on this beautiful Saturday morning, I'm thankful to those school and community volunteers who've given countless hours to make this happen. Before I go any further, I'd like to say a special thank you to Hillary Hanshaw of Huey's Nursery, Landscaping, and Fine Gifts for the beautiful stage decorations here before us. Thank you, Hillary. A special thanks goes out to Haley Stotts of First Security Bank and to Coach David Daniel, First Community Bank, for donations of water bottles. We appreciate your kind gesture, Haley and Coach D. A special thanks to Chrissy Holmes for coordinating our graduation ceremony. Now, this is a really special occasion, and it's an exciting one, but your attention should always be on the seniors. It is their day, so I ask the audience to remain quiet and respectful throughout the ceremony. Limit your distractions so that we can all enjoy the event, and thank you. Thank you, seniors, for an amazing year. I've been fortunate to know many of you for years. You are an outstanding class. I'll always be thankful to have been part of your education, and I look forward to celebrating your future successes. At this time, I want to share a brief parable. And it's a story that I found that's very appropriate for today. It says an elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer, contractor, of his plans to leave the house building business, to live a more leisurely life with his wife and enjoy their extended family. He would miss the paycheck each week, but he wanted to retire. It says they could get by. The contractor was sorry to see this good worker go, asked if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. The carpenter said yes, but over time it's easy to see that his heart was not in his work. He resorted to shoddy workmanship, used inferior materials on the house. It was an unfortunate way to end a dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, his employer came to inspect the house. Then he handed the front door key to the carpenter and said, "This is your house. It's my gift to you." The carpenter was shocked. What a shame. If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have done it all differently. So it is with us, okay? We build our own lives a day at a time, often putting less than our best into the building. Then with shock, we realize we have to live in the house we built. If we could do it over, we would do it much differently. But you cannot go back. You are the carpenter, and every day you hammer a nail, place a board, or erect a wall. Someone once said, life is a do-it-yourself project. Your attitude and your choices you make today help build the house you will live in tomorrow. Build wisely, seniors. And so, without further ado, let us continue our commencement ceremony. And now, Dr. Kim Wilbanks.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce the esteemed faculty, staff, and board members that you see before you. As you have already met, Dr. Brad Fott, the executive principal at the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Seated beside him, Chris Harrell, president of the Jonesboro School Board. To my left, we have the remaining board members, Dr. Charles Coleman, Vice President, Mr. Joe Shepard, Secretary, Ms. Kara Mayfield, Dispersing Officer, Dr. Archie Ryan, Mr. Tim Stewart, Ms. Ashley Givens. In addition, on my left, we have Assistant Superintendents, Dr. William Cheatham and Ms. Carlene Sheets. And to my right, the esteemed faculty at the Academy of Jonesboro High School who have contributed greatly to each and every senior who sits on this field. We want to thank you all, to my left and my right, board, faculty, and all, for your dedication to the Jonesboro School District and what you've meant in the lives of each and every one of these graduating seniors. Thank you.
And now, our Student Council Executive President, Alex Hardison.
Good morning. It is a privilege and honor to welcome you all to Jonesboro High School's Class of 2021 graduation ceremony in person and via live stream. Welcome parents, family members, teachers, administrators, school board, and Class of 2021 graduates. Today I will complete my last assignment given by JHS as Executive President of the Student Council. I would like to give a special welcome to the village it took to raise me and to raise us all, the Class of 2021. I would like to also welcome my roots, the Kirkwood and Hardison family of Helena, Arkansas, and a special thank you and welcome to my dearest mother, Michelle Kirkwood. Along with this welcome, I'd like to tell you a little about myself. If you ask people that know me, they say Alex Hardison is a person who's never met a stranger. I'm very talkative, to say the least. This strength has also landed me in the office of Dr. Fott a few times. Besides being a little too talkative, I'd be described as a great friend, a phenomenal singer, and captain of JHS step team. I'm a student who's beaten a lot of odds, one being former student of Success Achievement Academy during grade school. Success is an alternative school for students needing a non-traditional learning format, and while it was not an ideal place to be, it taught me to welcome new things. These new things brought new perspectives and a new vision for myself that can and will ultimately change the world. With that hard work and new outlook, I returned to traditional learning and made the most of my high school career. As executive president of the Student Council, I stepped out on faith with 3 other close friends, Aria Jenkins, Deanna Jones, and Demetrius Foreman, to usher in and welcome change here at JHS. While we had big dreams of change at JHS, life took a different turn. We all had to make sacrifices and changes. Changes to the way we dress, the way we interacted, and to even the way we did school. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge those of us who have endured loss and changes that have put our faith to test. We are Gen Z and part of many changes. We have the first Black female vice president and have also endured a global pandemic. As we go forward in the Class of 21, I want you to remember these kind words from Nika Mirage. The night is still young, and so are we. With this being said, I want to say goodbye, Jonesboro, but it's not a goodbye. It's a see you later. Jonesboro High has made so many leaders, basketball state champions, track state champions, University of Kansas dancers, Miss Greater Jonesboros, future teachers, future doctors, and so many more. In closing, I want to say, welcome, welcome world, welcome adulthood, welcome life, welcome first, welcome last. Welcome graduates of the Class of 21, we did it. Welcome all to the Academies at Jonesboro High School, Class of 2021 commencement ceremony. Thank you.
And now, our salutatorian, Elena Allen.
Welcome to all parents, family, friends, faculty and staff, people watching from their homes, and the graduates of the class of 2021. Thank you for being here to celebrate with us this morning. My name is Elena Allen, and it is an honor to stand before you as the Salutatorian of Jonesboro High School's class of 2021. Although it hasn't been an easy journey to get here, I am grateful to everyone who has helped me get to this point, specifically my family, friends, the HHS Academy, and the faculty here at Jonesboro High School. First, I'd like to give a shout out to the Jonesboro High School Band for being a highlight of my time at JHS, and I'd like to thank all the directors, Mr. Harbison, Mr. Warner, Mr. Jansen, Miss Roll, and Mr. White for helping to shape me into the person today. I will be forever grateful for you all, and yay, band. Now to this year's graduating class. I am sure none of us expected our senior year to look like this. Senior year was a time that I looked forward to as long as I can remember, and I am sure many of you, as I did, imagined it as the peak of our high school experience. We thought we would spend the year having fun with friends, whether it was at school, sports events, band, outside of school, and more, and living our last year to the fullest. Unfortunately, due to COVID, that was all changed. We weren't able to do all of those things we looked forward to, and it left me particularly feeling pretty sad. This year has been one of the toughest years of my life, as I'm sure it has been for many of you as well. I often wondered why this was happening to us in a year that was supposed to be the most fun of our lives. Why didn't I get to have a marching band season? Why couldn't I go on trips with my family? Why couldn't I see my friends? It all just felt unfair. But now, as I look back and reflect on the year as a high school graduate, I am grateful. I am grateful that we get to have this lovely ceremony today. I am grateful that we were able to have a prom. I'm grateful that despite not having a marching season, we were able to make the most of it, and we had a crowd of people that were able to come to our spring band concert. I am grateful that I've been able to spend time with my friends, even if it was just on FaceTime during quarantine. I'm even grateful that we were able to do online school in such a strange environment, and how all the teachers worked their hardest to adapt to Zoom and provide a good year for us. But most of all, I'm even grateful to stand before you today. Although you didn't get to have the senior year we imagined, we are all sitting here as high school graduates, and that is something to be proud of that nobody can take away from us. We managed to graduate in one of the hardest years the world has had to go through, and I hope none of you take that for granted. There are many who had unimaginable years, and for all the lives lost this year, I hope that we can remember and honor them in years to come. To this year's graduating class, no matter if you're going to a four-year university, community college, going into the workforce, or whatever path you decide to take, I hope that you don't take any day for granted and live every day to the fullest. If there is anything this year has taught us, it's that life is precious, and every day is another day to be grateful that we are here on this planet. I hope you spread light and love wherever you go, because the world we live in today needs it. I truly believe that the people on this field today have the power to change the world if we are positive and kind to others and believe in ourselves. And lastly, I hope you all take care of your mental health, because I know that that has been something that was tested this year for us all, and getting help when you need it is one of the best things you can do for yourself. I wish you all luck as you head out on your next adventures, and I hope you remember your time here fondly, even throughout this hard year. As my time draws to a close, I would like to say, remember to open the roof wherever you go, and congratulations to the class of 2021. We did it.
And now our valedictorian, Abigail Avery.
Good morning, parents, students, family, friends, teachers, and administrators. My name is Abigail Avery, and I am incredibly grateful to be the valedictorian of Jonesboro High School's class of 2021. 4 years, you guys. After 4 years of endless homework, hard tests, long ACTs, cram study nights, and countless flashcards, we made it. We finally reached the finish line in this race, a race that has been literally anything but a simple 100-yard sprint, but a true marathon. As anyone knows, a marathon takes years of preparation and support from others. My biggest supporters have always been my parents for believing in me and encouraging me. Thank you for going above and beyond to ensure my success. I would also like to thank all the teachers at Jonesboro High School for being passionate about our education and success, even when you only saw a blank Zoom screen. I would particularly like to thank Mr. Simpson for posting memes on Google Classroom. Your funnies have always encouraged me on hard days. I'd also like to give a shout out to Mr. Bradley. Normally, first block classes are dreadful, but you made our class fun and inspired me to learn new things, such as flexing our cerebral cortexes. I wish I had the time to explicitly mention every teacher today, because you are all more than deserving of thanks. In fact, you have ensured that we have the knowledge and skills to be successful in the world, whether it's furthering our education or entering the workforce. You all have allowed students of every background to feel included and have helped us when we were confused or felt discouraged. We could not have made it without you, and we appreciate you. Lastly, I'd like to thank my classmates, the class of 2021. I'd like to give a shout out to one in particular, David Adams, for being my editor-in-chief for my composition papers and even for this speech. Ultimately, we have all helped each other to rise above any hardships we've undergone and be the best people we can possibly be. I'm sure many of us feel like we have no clear direction yet, like we are adrift at sea, but I want to encourage all of you to find your passion and use that passion to leave a legacy on the world, because every single one of you are capable of doing so. Each individual hearing this right now has a unique journey ahead. This is our time to pursue our passions, find our voices, and promote change where we see the need. Every single one of us will have many triumphs. In fact, I know that in 10 years, we will be graduating with PhDs, performing complex procedures on the operating table, arguing in a courtroom, winning elections, performing on a stage, and teaching the next generation. Ultimately, we will be achieving whatever we are meant to do. Today, as we say our goodbyes and close the chapter on our high school career, we also start a new chapter of our lives. We spent the last 12 years preparing for what comes next. As a swimmer, the last words I have always heard before any race were "take your mark." Well, class of 2021, this is your take your mark. Now go and make your mark. I wish you all a good luck and a truly heartfelt congratulations. Thank you.
No Jonesboro High School graduation high school graduation would be complete without the performance of the Battle Hymn of the Republic by the best band in the state of Arkansas. So Jonesboro High School Band, Battle Hymn of the Republic, please.
Present the diplomas, I'd like to take a brief moment of silence for a classmate of the class 2021, Malcolm Jemison, who passed away in 10th grade. Let's take a brief moment of silence in remembrance of the student. And now, Mr. Chris Harrell, Jonesboro Public School Board President, will present the diplomas.
Alex Dwayne Hardison. Deanna Elizabeth Jones. Molly Catherine Mahajer. Demetrius Foreman. Aria Jenkins. Kivasha Brown. Sydney Elizabeth Green. Abigail Claire Avery. Helena Broyles Allen. Taylor Grace Abernathy. Annika Sage Acebo. David Andrew Adams. Soraya Simone Aldridge. Talayla Nicole Allen. Sabrina Hassan Al-Casey. Jalel Altel. Kyla Charity Elise Anderson. Brian Alejandro Ariola. Mary Beth Bailey. Jessica Caroline Barnett. William Bryant Barre. Andrew Covington Batson. Sydney Raquel Berry. Michaela Denise Blaylock. Mary Claire Brown. Priscilla Guzman Cabrera. Dulce Maria Chavez. Braylon Edward Childs. Cameron Fox Clark. Connor McCarty Clark. Talia Michelle Clark. Hayden Hunter Klein. Carly Page Cole. Tegan Jade Cox. Brian Donovan Cranford. Marley Cruz Rodriguez. Quade Michael Darvis. Alex Ina Ramon Davis. Viana Marie Diaz. Yesenia Brian Drone. Sophia Brooke Drummond. Xander Cage Duckworth. Michaela Danielle Edwards. Denver Evans. John David Gabe. Jessica Lillian Garcia. Mackenzie Brooke Gibson. Raina Elizabeth Gibson. Robert Jackson Gibson. Tariana LaFay Gray. Emily Faith Gross. Madison Grace Grubb. Ashley Caroline Guadamus. Braden Hafner. Cindy Diana Gomez. Sarah Lee Harden. Kenan Harrington. Celeste Simone Harris. Sarah Rebecca Havdallah. Ella McKenzie Heath. Chloe Kaylin Hopkins. Rhett Daniel Hossman. Jonathan Thomas Huey. Chastity Lene Jackson. Hannah Marie Jarko. Gavin Adair Jimenez. Abigail Elizabeth Johnson. Austin Reed Johnson. Daisha Rochelle Johnson. Mona Johnson. Grayson Scout Jones. Kaylee Christian Jones. Kenya Marie Jones. Samira Lachey Jones. Gerald Virginia Jumper. James Reed Capalis. Isabella Sulichan Kataviravong. Alexa Allison Laws. Nathaniel Craig Light. Charles Robert Long. Rosalind Grace Lutz. Alondria Ramira Maddox. Jalen Cordell Magid. Alejandro Martinez Garcia. Zaria Rashawn McDuffie. John Ralph McPhail. Peyton Aubrey Mullins. Deasia Lene Neal. Emery Jaden Nelson. Grace Marie Ogles. Asasie Ladena Oliver. Anna K. Olson. Maggie Elizabeth Orr. Erica Renee Parker. Brennan Nicholas Payne. Monroe Keegan Pointer. Bethany Lauren Victoria Percival. Conrad Ramekers Baker. Janine Marie Reed. Elizabeth Grace Richardson. Brian John Rouse. Alexia Sierra Sanders. Emily Catherine Silas. Alexis Diana Smith. Caden Leanne Smith. Cameron Elizabeth Smith. Michaela Simone Smith. Hannah Sue Stanley. Sarah Elizabeth Stevens. Benjamin Scott Stewart. Jackson Robert Stokes. Justice Michelle Stoner. Mackenzie Taylor Summerfield. Wade Jackson Summers. Julia Claire Sweat. Jillian Blake Terrell. Emma Grace Terry. Jackson Raymond Thompson. Reagan Daly Vanhooser. Shelby Ryan Varner. Juan Jose Vasquez. Teleria Ayana Vincent. Lauren Malone Waddell. Dawson Dean Wagner. Brody Jacob Williams. Cassandra Sue Williams. Jake Henry Williams. Talia Trinell Williams. Kenya Isiana Maya Wilson. Matthew Wolford. Joshua Leland Warlow. Samuel Robert Ziegler. Bashanti Sabrina Gabriela Abdullahi. William Jackson Adams. Cedric DeMont Akins. Haitham Al-Haji. Shamar Lasan Anderson. Marco Avant, Jr. Delilah Dawn Banks. Carly Lynn Barker. Cameron Cole Barkley. Esmeralda Barrientos. Kayla Tyshawn Bates. Zachary James Bates. Evan Carter Baugh. Jackson Payne Beasley. Javon Lamarcus Beasley. Denario Devon Beeson. Draylon Bernard Bell. Austin Nolan Bennett. Sawyer Reed Bentley. La Blay. Trey Tavoris Blake. DeMarcus Letarian Bland. Emma Louise Blankenship. Happy Anetra Teray Bledsoe. Kelsey Ann Page Bobbitt. James Allen Boose. Janiyah Lachey Boose. Kaya Monique Boston. Delana Diane Bradley. Crystalline Jade Brevard. Christian Daniel Brewer. Ashton Michael Briney. Abby Rose Buchanan. Victoria Adele Buckingham. Adrian Darius Riley. Lexi Cheyenne Burris. Jemiah Mianna Butler. Lexi Mackenzie Kapliner. Cynthia Cardenas Rodriguez. Kelsey Ann Carnes. Brian Ricardo Carpio. Aubriana Renee Carter. Malexis Tanea Carter. Stephanie Castro. Chance Chambliss. Edsel Carolina Sid. Lindsay Patrick Clay. Anna Maria Merriman. Zachariah Keith Clem. Jamaria Asharia Conley. Jasmine Cortez. Rafe Christopher Crum. Severius Jawan Davis. Tavares Daquan Davis. Darion Montrell Eddings. Territon Tarkiana Zalia Ellis. Alayla Sincere Farmer. Michelle Felipe. Jessica Felipe. Clay Ray. Kanaya Mona Reynolds. Marcus Ortez Reynolds. Bradley Bernard Richardson. Macon Deberto Roberlo. Michelle Elena Rodarte. Sari Mar Rodriguez. Jimmy L. Rogers. Sherry Rogers. Jacqueline Marie Rojas. Miranda Pilar Rojas. Ariana Amari Ross. Tavion Waddell Rucker. Jereka J. Ruffins. Efren Salamanca. Waltrice Geraine Davis. Ashley Lynn Dawson. Stephanie Diaz. Leonard Demario Dinwiddie. Jarvius Lakel Dismuke. Keontae Danielle Doty. Caleb Lynn Dowdy. Maya Andrea Martinez Drone. Deja Jalan Avery Dunbar. Jair Duran. Stephen Harrison. Matthew Logan Hayworth. Josiah Xavier Hayes. Leon Hayes. Brustasia Hurd. Maria Guadalupe Hernandez. Casper Pinkney. Jaquez Henry. Caden Zykel King. Kyla Simone Marie Pickett. Jemiah Ashante Poole. Selena Renee Prunty. Holly Elizabeth Quinn. Alex Ramirez. Alexander Rios Ramirez. Jalen Terrell Randall. Iona Reed. Dulce Elizabeth Flores. Blake Fowler. Tyrese Freeman. Miguel Garcia. Cody Michael Garrett. Rolando Gael Gomez. Alberto Alexander Gonzalez. Sydney Gabrielle Goodson. Sabra Lynette Green. Kendall Jermaine Grider. Dwayne Hamilton. Makai Jacoy Hampton. Lori Mercedes Hanasowski. Brianna Monet Harper. Cameron Scott Moore. Jakai Nevaeh Morris. Emily Ann Morrow. Micah Jean Morrow. Luke Daniel Morse. Christian Diego Munoz. Diana Lachey. Nevaeh Tiana Nelson. Talisha Deshay Oliver. Gracie Elise Osborne. Jemiah Orsby. Logan Cameron Otteson. Brianna Lee Hill. Sharnice Simone Hill. Brianne Gariel Hodges. Emma Grace Hoggard. Deja Monique Holloman. Trinity Lenita Holman. Ashanti Lachey Hunt. Shanesha Marday Hunter. Robert Jeffrey Irby. Janaya Diane Jackson. Soraya Keon Jackson. Monterio Mathis. Jeremiah Deshaun Johnson. Kevin LaShawn Johnson. Nehemiah Isaiah Omar Johnson. Chantel Nicole Johnson. Terica Terrell Johnson. Stiasia Titiana Jones. Kaylee Jade Capalis. David Lee Kelly Lair. Levi Dalton Lawrence. Zakaria Renee Nicole Lincoln. Jalissa Lopez. Asiana Zakira Lowe. Leah Michelle McCall. Tyler Anthony Mahone. Sharday Renee Matthews. William Deshaun McKinney. Alondra Mejia. Brandon Leanthony Miller. Daryl Miller. Teresia Monique Minor. Carlos Manuel Monreal. Caitlin Nicole Moody. DeMarcus Markel Sanders. Braylon Ardale Moore. Keelan Denaire McBride. Cannon Clay Scott. Lakaya Scott. Letitia Marie Scott. Jaleesa Nakaya Scruggs. Caitlin McKenzie Sellers. Aisha Shanice Sherrod. Beyonce Simone Sills. Alicia Nashe Smith. Dylan Joshua Steele. Lazaria Nicole Stewart. David Sebastian Stokes. Madeline Ruth Stewart. Daquan Dante Swanson. Brian Logan Swift. Chauncey Lewis Tate. Darius Tate. Destiny Renee Taylor. Jamario Ty Thomas. Makai Alexander Thompson. Micaiah Alexandria Thompson. Mu Top. Pamela Asia Miller. Michael Lamar Vales. Jorge Vargas. Andreas Sebastian Val Vili. Sadeja Ramona Wade. Macy Olivia Warden. Alan Douglas Watford. Mason William Webb. Jacob Jordan Whitson. Juan Carlos Rivera. Brianna America Robinson. Ashanti Nayana Smith. Elise Nicole Robinson. Masharia Smith. Deja Scotland Williams. Derek Savion Williams. Kavion DeQuan Williams. Kevin Darrell Williams. Elijah Wayne McCann. Jace Grant Maddox. Michael Dwayne McCline. Jacob Deshaun Swanigan. Brandon Smith. Kamitri Smith. Selena Wyman. Naraya Kiona Sheree Wilburn. Gabrielle Salazar. Marion Fauzi Salem. Raul Sanchez. Destiny Lachey Sanders. Kamaria Anise Williams. Maria Avejan Williams. Moet Williams. Brandon Lakeith Wilson. Caleb Trelon Wilson. Madison Deshaun Wilfong. Bailey Renee Smith. Derek Dwayne Kimbrough. Marion Tancrez Kimbrough. Noelle Brienne Woolley. Jessie Elaine Woodard. Selah Elizabeth Reese Wynn. Kalaya Eliza Wright. Naya Tennille Young. Samantha Zettelmeyer. Anna Itzel Mata. Eva Mata. Lazarus Arness Prunty. Leslyn Meneses. Vanessa Marie Valdivinos. Marilyn Stein Sanders. Zakiah Massey. Jamera Lachey Jenkins. Jessica Patrice Miller. Lanelle Davion Wiley. Miles Whitfield Yates. Cameron Wilburn.
Okay, we're just about to wrap this up. Congratulations, class of 2021. On behalf of the Jonesboro Public Schools, faculty, staff, Board of Education, we celebrate the class of 2021. We make history again this year with this graduation in regard to the place we celebrate. It's been 30 years since we've been on Cook C. John Field, and I like it. How about you? We also graduate a record number of students, quite possibly the largest number in the history of Jonesboro Public Schools, 427 graduates. And today, we have much to celebrate. It's a little warm, but it's not raining, and we're here. We went to school all year long. We played in sporting events. We had assemblies. We had band concerts. We didn't get to do it all, but folks, we did a lot more than I dreamed we would be doing last year at this time. So how grateful I am that you've had an opportunity to end your year strong. So we're proud to recognize you, the class of 2021, $4 million in scholarships, 6 Governor's Distinguished Scholars, 139 honor graduates, 123 Arkansas Scholars, 24 AP Scholars, 18 All-State Band members, 4 All-State Choir members, 4 state championships, 3 state runner-ups, 8 individual state champions, and 10 conference 10 conference championships, all in a year when we also survived COVID. Congratulations on what you accomplished. So to you, the class of 2021, I charge you to build upon your successes and go into the world and make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, friends, faculty, staff, board members, I want to present to you a good-looking group. I'm honored to present to you the class of 2021 for the academies at Jonesboro High School. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. And I ask you to stand for the alma mater. Audience, will you please join us in standing for the alma mater?
Just as dear as when we were here at Jonesboro High.